Happy holidays, Phantomaniacs, and welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. Unfortunately, there aren't a whole lot of holiday-themed action figures coming out this year, or at least not ones that I'm that interested in. Fresh Monkey Fiction's Naughty or Nice Wave 2 got delayed and won't be hitting until January. So right now, the only thing that I considered a must-have was this Life Day Chewbacca from the Star Wars Holiday Special. I do need a B. Arthur to go along with it. You know what? I can't watch the Star Wars Holiday Special. It's just bad. But I love that it exists, if that makes sense. I love the celebrity appearances. I don't know. It's this thing that I love, but I don't want to have anything to do with. I don't know. So anyway, I ordered this Chewbacca. It was on Pulse and on Shop Disney, and I've actually had it for a little while now, but there's just been so much stuff coming out, and I wanted to open it a little bit closer to Christmas. Even though the holiday special, I think it was a November release when it originally aired, or when it only aired. It only aired once. Life Day is a long-standing tradition celebrating Wookiee cultural values, including family, joy, and harmony. While festivities are traditionally held on the Tree of Life on Kashyyyk, Wookiees throughout the galaxy mark the day. So there you go. That's the story. You know what would be interesting? If they remade the holiday special, like rewrote it a little bit, changed some stuff, and just did it as animation. It could actually be, I think, pretty neat. So anyway, let's open this thing up. We've got the nice image over here on the side. My main concern with this is how he's going to interact with the little sphere there. Oh man, that's really neat. I mean, I'm a sucker for holiday themed figures. Well, I say that, and I guess I'm really not, because I'm not tempted at all by the repaints that Hasbro has been doing of the Star Wars Black Series. Those never appealed to me in the least. And I'm not mad about them or anything, but it's just not something I care for, the way that they're done. Okay, so he does have a new hand. I'm sure most of this is existing Chewbacca parts, although I will say this portrait, yeah, this might be a New Hope Chewbacca, which would be appropriate. I was going to say his expression looks a little more sort of serene than we're used to seeing on Chewbacca figures, but I think there was a New Hope released using this. I am not, as much as I do collect vintage collection stuff, I don't sit around and try and figure out, well, really with any of the collections that I have, I don't really sit around trying to figure out parts reuse or anything like that. All I really care about is, does this look right? So his little soft goods robe here is pretty great. And you can see the paint on the figure is really nice. He's got a lot of depth. I mean, they've been doing fantastically sculpted Chewbacca hair for a very long time, and you can see where the paint ends. It doesn't go up onto his upper arm. It stops right here, which is fine. You're not buying this to be a standard Chewbacca figure. You're buying this for the novelty of it. So he does have the paint on his lower legs as well, articulation-wise. He's got, again, this is, I'm sure, just a reused Chewbacca. So he's going to have all the great articulation. Look at his feet. Really, really nice paint on this figure. It gets the job done. He looks great. I'm very impressed with the quality and the soft goods robe. It hangs nicely. It's kind of a t-shirt material, but it just has a nice look to it. The unfinished seams. Look at the way they've sewn this to where it has the hanging sleeves, but they're not just open, so they're not going to like curl up and look weird. Looks really good. They made really nice choices with the fabric, with everything. Looks great. And as you can see, we've got a newly tooled hand here. So my hope that that's going to interact nicely with that sphere that I can't remember if it has I'm sure it has a specific name, sphere of harmony or some such thing. But now I'm a little more hopeful that it's going to interact nicely with that sphere. So let's set Chewie off to the side over here and take a look at said sphere. Beautiful. It's nice. It has a really nice clarity, transparency to it for such a tiny item. You can see it actually has a flat side, so you can sit it down on a surface, and it's not going to just roll away. And then it has that star pattern in it. Like, this is for such a tiny little thing, this is a nice little piece. Very impressed. Looks great. So let's get that in his hand and see how well that works. And look at that. It fits nice. Whoops, I turned it. There we go. It fits nice and snug thanks to the rigidity of the plastic they used for the hand. It has some give, but it's relatively firm. And you get it right in there, and you can see it stays. It stays in place. So, you know, as long as you're paying attention to what you're doing, you don't really have to worry about this falling out and rolling away. This is a small enough figure because I have an entire shelf of, I guess we should take a look. I have an entire shelf of holiday-themed figures that I put away for, oh, look, he's got the old school T-crotch, because why not? It does not matter to this figure. And he can still sit down. And he does have a point of articulation right here, mid-ab. So anyway, what I was saying is I've got a whole shelf of holiday-themed figures, but they're all larger. Well, not all of them. Most of them are larger, and I pack them up every year. But I'll find a space for this guy just in my Star Wars shelves. He'll just be in the background year-round, and then I'll bring him out and put him with my other holiday-themed stuff when it's Christmas time. So I consider this a success, and I think he was regular price too. He didn't have any kind of like exclusive markup or anything. I think he was just $16.99, which granted is insane for a 1/18th scale figure, but that's just how the world is now. So we're dealing with it. So there you go, Life Day Chewbacca. I am happy to have him. I think the execution is exactly what it needed to be. And I'm going to be happy to have him at the front of my holiday shelf, starting pretty much now. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about Needless Things. Come back for all kinds of other toy reviews throughout the year. And my top 10 of 2023 is coming up very, very soon. Until next time.
Smash that like button if you like Needless Things.